If something happens and I go with them, they take me for questioning. And I'll say, you know what, Plod? I'm quite hungry. I fancy a bit of Burger King.
No, it's a piss take.
He say, shut your mouth. And some police officers, they're potty mouthed as well. Shut the F up.
No, I agree.
But Dylan Roof got Burger King. He's just done a mass shooting.
I didn't know that. I didn't actually know that he got off the police station.
On the way.
Oh, really?
He stops for a burger. And you know the New Zealand, the New Zealand terrorist who killed the Muslims. Front page of the Daily Mirror, or one of these tabloids. There was a word that is etched into my psyche. Don't think he likes me.
I know.
It's etched. They call him angelic. This was on the front cover. Angelic. The
That's
word.
a term of endearment, isn't it?
It's a term of endearment. And in the metro. This was about a year ago. I remember because I screenshotted this. Would you say any baby is capable of extremism?
Any what? Sorry?
Any baby?
No.
But front page of the metro. Jihadi baby.
No, it's wrong. It's wrong. I don't disagree with that.
But the point that I'm trying to say is, when it comes to terrorism, it's selectively used.
No, I agree.
Like with the Plymouth shooter, it wasn't mentioned. Last year, there were 4 terrorist attacks in the United States in one day. 4. Wasn't reported. I told you since 9/11, 75% of the attacks have been far right. Donald Trump didn't even acknowledge that there's such thing as far right extremism.
Because he was talking about the group that was what they called that group that follows him, the bully. But anyway,
he has a very strong Christian pole base that he goes to evangelicals. Evangelicals. But what I'm trying to say, my friend, is terrorism, like many things have happened because I cover these stories. Whenever it's done by a person not of color, the word terrorism is missing. This is stabbing.
I would never equate Islam with terrorism.
That's very good and very honest of you.
I would never, because it's wrong to do that. But there's, like I say, there's still things that I need to get a better understanding of.
Of course, that's what we're discussing.
Because there's still things that, doesn't sound right to how I see morality.
Go for it.
Okay? So you've explained things very well.
Thank you.
I didn't expect to speak to so many people, so I've sort of lost my train of thought.
No problem. Though the crowd has halved.
It has, I
take full responsibility.
They're here for you.
That's actually an insult. So the crowd's half. I'm joking.
Because you're popular. I mean, I have so many friends, but I forgot.
Is it the hijab? Do you have
I have no issue with the hijab. I have an issue with the niqab, but not the hijab. I think for me,
it's ironic because you're wearing a niqab.
I know, but it's only because I don't want. Only because of the cameras.
But my friend, the sisters wear the niqab because of the brothers.
But
you wear it because of these brothers. They wear it because of those brothers.
I don't know. For me,
and the niqab.
The hijab I have no issue with. In fact, I think it's beautiful because it's a sign of modesty.
Even
as long as the woman doesn't get forced, it's beautiful. I can't sort of disagree with a woman.
Shane, even in this country, you got this guy over here, he's from Manchester. In Manchester, 1901.
I'm Chelsea.
1901. In Manchester. There's this footage that came out. It was on Channel 5. They've coloured it now. Before it was black and white, now it's in colour. It was British women in Manchester going around with hijabs on. You know what I'm saying? So the thing with niqab is, Shane, would you agree that a woman that doesn't want to show her face has the right to do so?
In a secular society, yes. I believe that you should have the choice. But would I necessarily agree with that choice? But it doesn't matter to the individual, obviously. I'm a nobody. But I don't know. I see it. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Think about it. I would personally say I see it oppressive when I see a woman at a beach in a bikini. Not that I do that, yeah. Just in case. I'll make a clip out of that, yeah. So I would say, in fact, I think Norman Finkelstein had this post. I haven't referenced it, but it does seem logical sense.
Yeah.
He said when the Europeans went to America, they saw that the natives were naked and they were clothed.
Yeah.
And they said, we are there to civilize you. Look at these naked people, we're here to civilize you. Yeah, so they seemed that as a form of oppression. Yeah, so I also see, for example, in the Daily Mirror, this was again, I'll say about a couple of months ago, there was I think about 12 or 13-year-old girl who wanted to wear a skirt, because in secondary schools you have to wear a skirt. Yeah. Now, they wanted it up to here, she wanted to wear it up to here. The school took her and the family to court.
I didn't know that.
I would say this is oppression.
Yeah,
I would say this is oppression.
I would agree with that.
In France, in the beaches.
Banned it. They banned it.
No. I'm going to tell you something else. You know what? In France, the burkini is banned.
Yeah.
So the burkini is like swimwear, but it covers the whole body. Yeah. Now a woman was wearing a burkini, and this picture went viral. Of two French officers armed, going to her.
Oh, and telling
her to take it off.
I heard
she
that.
was forced at gunpoint, Shane, to strip. Yeah, this is pretty much what's happening. Do you see? So if women, and I'm telling you, Shane, because Islam, number one, is the fastest growing religion, especially here in the West. That's number one. And number two, the adherents to Islam are women. And most British women, when they enter Islam, they choose to put on the niqab. And I'll tell you why, Shane. It's because, in fact, you know Keira Knightley?
The actress.
Pirates of the Caribbean, So there's an article in The Guardian where she goes, I don't know of a single actress that has not been sexually harassed. She says it's normal for us now. When we're going to be sexually harassed.
It's wrong, isn't it?
Now the thing, Shane, is because society has become so sexualized, you have some people don't want to show themselves. They're like, why should I be judged by my face or by this? So the point that I'm trying to come to, Shane, is this. If somebody wants to do that,
I agree. I agree. If you want to wear the niqab, I personally have no issue with it.
There you go.
And I think if France is not my country, if the French want to ban it, it's up to them. It's not my society, right?
That's absolutely fine.
But I believe in this country, it should be allowed. Of course. If you want to wear the niqab, and if you want to cover your whole face, your whole body, no problem. As long as you're not getting forced to do it.
Let's move on to the next point. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
I mean,
eating pork?
No, that's
alcohol?
That's an individual. No.
Cigarettes?
No.
Praying 5 times a day?
No.
Respect of parents?
No.
Respect of elders?
No.
Looking after society?
No, like I say, I don't want to ask these questions in a negative way.
No, look, Shane, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a YouTuber. Yeah?
That's why I came to you, because you're popular.
There's not a single day there's not a single day that I wake up and I don't see someone insulting me, my family, my channel, my dignity.
I guess
I'm desensitized.
One of my contentions, and it probably hurts you more, is there's so many groups that claim to be Muslim that do so many bad things in the name of your religion, and it's just such a bad image.
Okay, so I'm detecting.
And that probably hurts you more than it hurts me.
I'm detecting.
As a good person.
It is. I'm detecting from you. When you say groups, am I correct to assume that you mean ISIS, yeah?
Not just ISIS.
But is that something that plays on your mind?
They are the biggest recent group. Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab, what's the group in Nigeria, Boko Haram? I don't know too much about Hamas to form an opinion on that. And again, the Taliban in Afghanistan, I don't have enough.
I'm very impressed with your knowledge of these so-called terrorist groups.
Yeah.
Are you aware of the 969? Are you aware of the Sangis or the Hindutva?
No.
Okay,
I'm guessing they're good.
No, so 969 are the extremist group in Myanmar. They are the ones that are committing atrocities in the name of Buddhism to our Burmese brethren and sisters as well. The Hindutva, this is on a daily basis, my friend. If you go home and you search Hindutva crimes in India, literally, there are people that are told on the street, if they find out that you're a Muslim, on the street, they will say, you need to now proclaim Jai Shri Ram. That means, Jai means long live their God, Ram. So going to people, and then if they refuse to, beating them in front of the public. And these videos, they're viral. They go viral. And this is, I'm telling you, I follow, and I would suggest you follow him on Twitter as well. CJ Worlman. He's an Australian journalist. CJ World, Werleman. CJ Worlman. He's a bit more balanced in terms of the atrocities that he shows.
Talk about different ones.
Exactly. So 969, unaware of, Hindutva or the Sangis.
And you know what? I should know about these groups.
No, but what I'm trying to say, Shane, is I don't blame you, because the mainstream media, it's, if you look at the interests and the funding, for example, Sky, and not CNN, Fox, I think Washington Post, or I'm not sure about Washington Post, but that's called the Murdoch Empire. And Murdoch himself he's an open Islamophobe. Look at his tweets, he's openly. So the point that I'm trying to say is, if you look at where the funding's coming from,
from anti-Islamic.
Exactly. So we've got the 969, we've got the Hindutva. There was another group, and this was when I was doing these Palestinian videos as well. There's a group even within the Israeli Knesset, and it's a very hardline Zionist group, which has now got mainstream acceptance in
so loud.
mainstream acceptance, even within Israel. The thing, Shane, is because you're a receptive individual, and you're getting your answers. Sometimes that's the only way for these people to distract. I honestly believe this is what some people have to come and just troll. But we will continue. Are you aware of the Lord's Resistance Army?
Is that in Africa?
That's yes.
That's in. Is it Congo? I don't know. I think so.
That's a Christian extremist group as well. The point that I'm trying to say, my friend, is a lot of these things are happening on a daily basis. But the thing is, they're not reported. For example, were you aware about two weeks ago, in India, there were mass gatherings where they were calling for the death of Muslims. Open in Israel. That's fine.
Sorry, 1 second.
No problem. So, point that I'm trying to say, Shane, is there's many of these groups that don't get media coverage. Why? Because it doesn't meet the interests of the media. For example, you know this whole Israel-Palestine issue that was going on? When it came to Palestinians, when it came to Israelis, they say they have been killed. When it came to Palestinians, they've died. If you look, somebody who's died, it's like in a passive way. He's just died. Oh no. Killed is more aggressive. So language is very.
I think I saw your video.
Oh, you did?
You and Ali had a fan, and
we did.
you were. Yeah, I can't dispute that. Yeah.
So Shane,
The language does play a role in
it does,
how
Shane.
it goes.
Yeah, it does. And the thing is, Shane, if you look into this India thing, there's a lot of madness going on in India.
I saw a documentary actually. It was in
Vice probably, isn't it?
it might have been where
Or Showtime.
it was talking about Muslim businesses getting burnt and destroyed. I forgot the reason why, but I saw a documentary on that. Is that what you're talking about? 'Cause they
That's
were
also happening.
Yeah.
That's definitely happening. Are you aware of the concentration camps in China as well?
I don't know.
Uyghur. Yeah. Some people pronounce it Uyghur. I just go with the Uyghur. Because
so
that's
basically,
what people are
there's
familiar
Muslims,
with.
and not just Muslims. There are some Christians that are being put in these camps as well.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of injustices.
But what I'm trying to highlight, Shane, is when you look at news, you have to be, and it's very difficult for you to be balanced because BBC, they're unbalanced. Like the way they claim to be very nuanced, but the media war, I would say, and Jeremy Corbyn was absolutely preposterous. Yeah, even if a person doesn't agree with Jeremy Corbyn, at least give the guy, proper coverage.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of Jeremy Corbyn, in terms of his morals, there's some things I might not agree with him. I'm not a political person, but I could understand that he's a good person at his core. And he wants the best for everyone. So in terms of that, there is a lot of media interpretation of him being a supporter of terrorism and this and that. So I get your point. I do get your point.
And just a correction, it's just entered my mind. The 75% that I said, it was actually a report that was submitted to Congress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this was by organization. Forgotten the organization, but you can search it up. Yeah. The 75% stat is pretty standard.
Yeah.
But the other one that I was referring to, the British guy, who's a terrorism analyst, his stat was that you are more likely, in fact, the chance of you dying in a terrorist attack is 1 in 16,000. You're more likely to die. You're 100,000 times more likely to die in a car accident than you are in a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
But the way the media
portrays it makes it seem worse. Yeah. No, I get you. I mean, I suppose
you pretty much covered like the main kind of content.
My last, because I have to head off.
No, that's
my last question
is Jabi, have you got Quran? Alright, no problem. Does anyone have a spare Quran?
No, here's the one that's going to have to pay. When I went to Dubai, I went to Abu Dhabi.
No, normally Ali's here with the table, and he normally has one.
Sorry.
All right. So Shane, my gift to you is a virtual Quran. So this virtual Quran.
I have actually got a Quran, but I mean,
the thing, Shane,
yeah, and I've got a physical copy.
Here's one thing that I really want you to kind of do tadabbur on, just to focus on. Islam is the only religion that's constantly in the eyes and on the tongues of people. There must be a reason. There must be a reason why Islam is relevant. There must be a reason why people keep looking to Islam, questioning about Islam, why Islam is relevant. When it comes to other faiths like Christians, when it comes to the Council of Nicaea, when it comes to different versions of the Bible, when it comes to the Quran, you look at any manuscript, from Sana'a, the one in the British Library, the one in your homes now. You go to Somalia, you go to Japan. You pick up any copy of the Quran, it will be identical. However, you go to Japan, you look at one copy of the Bible, King James Version, you come here, Newton, it's going to be different. The Quran, my friend, is one. When you look at the Prophet, peace be upon him, why is that Muslim when he gets up at the start of the day? Islam teaches us how to clean ourselves in the toilet. It teaches us the ritual ablution, to cut our nails, to wash our hands, how to breathe.
Of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, to not to say oof, not to even say even a sigh of frustration to our parent. If think about it, Shane, even when it comes to small things like this, why would Islam need to tell us to clean yourself using tissue and water in the toilet?
Yeah.
Respect your parents. Yeah. Keep your mother.
There's a lot of good moral things. I totally agree with.
And I would recommend everybody listening to search this as well. It's called the Sykes-Picot Treaty. Yeah, Sykes-Picot, Sykes, and Picot, Pikot.
Okay.
Yeah, Sykes-Picot. What they did to the Ottoman Empire was literally they divided it up. So they said, So say, Russia, you take this, we'll take this, we'll take that, you take this. So carving up, and then that's what they did. So Palestine fell within the jurisdiction of the United Kingdom, and then they gave it away, which it wasn't theirs to give away, and that's why you have issues there till today. Yeah. So after Sykes-Picot, what's happened is, and again I'm referencing that book called Killing Hope. Killing Hope by William Bloom, B-L-U-M.
I'll have to search that because that would be quite interesting to read.
After, just search up when you go home, Smile2Jannah and then Speakerscorner, and this video should be up, our discussion. So search it, and these names that I'm saying, you can just go back and just check them again. Yeah, because everything that I've said, mate, I'm not just saying it to play to the crowd. There's only like 7 people there.
I came to you because you're genuine and I like your content on YouTube. And I have maybe some misconceptions that I want to learn more about, just to understand, because I might have some bias from media. Like you said, like there's a lot of words and a lot of things that the media does.
But just to do this point, before it slips my mind. So William Bloom, in his book, like I said, since World War II, he's compiled 50 nations. 50 countries that the United States has endeavored to interfere with. But of those 50, 30 are democratic countries that America has interfered in. And one that we know of today is Iran. In around 1951, it was ruled by somebody called Mohammad Mossadegh, and it was a democratic country. But because he wanted to nationalize oil, that then was an issue for the British and the Americans. That's why they overthrew him and then installed him with the Shah, and then afterwards the Ayatollahs came in. Ever since then it's been destabilized. But the point that I'm trying to say is this: it's Sharia is not within the interests of the West. Because if Sharia is implemented, then it's going to cause issues. So what they do is they do. I'll tell you why. And this, I want you to bear this in mind. What happened, Shane, was the main kind of oil dealer back in the days was Saudi. And back in the days when the dollar wasn't that strong, what they did was, when Saudi had an issue with what's going on with Israel Palestine, they started fiddling with the dollar rate of petrol. Now when they fiddled with that, the whole of America came to a standstill. Oil is what's powering our planet. America came to a standstill. And then you need to read a very good book. It's called Secret Affairs by Mark Curtis.
Got a lot of books to read, eh?
and in there, he goes, after that, the Brits and the West goes, you know what? We need to make sure this never happens again. And that's when they had a very strong bond with the Saudis, and that's where Saudis backed the oil with the dollar, and that's how we had the petrodollar. And even in Afghanistan, it's a very significant place there. Iraq, as I would say, Venezuela, Iraq, Saudi, these are on the top 5 of the largest oil reserves on the planet.
What's happened to these countries today?
So it's look, even within India as well. India was ruled for 200 years. And if you read another book called Inglorious Empire by Shashi Tharoor,
very well versed, aren't you?
So I have to be, because if I'm here telling you, look, Islam is the way. I
have to be,
you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
fair
I'm not
enough.
here gassing, like, I'm telling you. Like,
And there are a lot of people that do in this part. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah,
so Shashi Tharoor will tell you some of the vile acts that the British did in India. Like, even with the people that were very good at textile. And to stop them from, sewing and creating the stuff needed, they'll cut off their thumbs. The Kikuyu tribe of Kenya, they would put their scrotum in a vice and squish it. They took the empire to court. This was, again, you can search this up as a Telegraph. They took them to court. These things have happened. And when the British, they left India after 200 years. As the people were celebrating, you could see a column of smoke. And that column of smoke was them burning the colonialization documents. And even now, we have 9 million documents, and they're stored in a shared facility with MI6 or MI5 up north near Derbyshire. So you can search stuff. It's in the Guardian as well. It's written by, I think, Ian Cobain. He's very good when it comes to this. So the point. So did that answer your?
Yeah, I mean.
And you know what?
It makes sense. Like what you're saying, I can agree with, but it just why.
I'll tell you why. And I'll summarize it with this. History is written by the victors. History is written by the victors. And Winston Churchill said, I don't care what they say about me, because we're going to be writing the history books. And I saw that article. It's an opinion piece, again by Shashi Tharoor. It's in the Guardian. You can search this up. In that same article, he was saying, about the Afghans, the very Afghans now. You know what's going on in Afghanistan, So with the Afghans, he said, and this again is in the same article, he said these Afghans, they need to know about they need to respect the white man. They need to know and respect the white man. But you're not going to hear that in the narrative that CNN is saying. But the point that I'm trying to say, look, Shane, is you're not living in the Ottoman Empire. You're living in a Western neo-liberalized, post-industrial revolutionized empire, and it's this empire that is writing the history books. They're the ones that are controlling the narrative.
No, I agree. Before I go, can I just ask you?
And Shane, if you want to ask me any stuff, even on camera, you're more than welcome to do so. You can take my details as well.
Sorry, I just. What was I going to say? I've heard a few Muslims say that the UK is one of the best countries in the world to be a Muslim. Would you agree with that?
I would, I'm born and bred. Born, bred, margarine, jam.
No, of course. But there's a lot of people born and bred here that don't like this country for whatever reason. But
and I'd say they have a right to do so.
Of course.
Like when you say like the country, like I love living in the country. I love the people. Yes, there are certain things that I'm not going to say I love that guy.
Who is that? Is that Piers Corbyn? Not Piers.
Jeremy Corbyn's brother.
Piers.
Anti-vaxxer.
That's it.
So.
You would say this is one of the best countries?
No, to be honest, I've been to many other countries. I love it here. I love it here. I love the people here. But the thing is, I love it here. That's why I speak out when I need to speak out. I'll call Boris Johnson a clown. I'll do that. I'll say Bojo the clown.
At times.
You know what I'm saying? You'll agree with me. Most of the country will agree with me. He's a clown. When what Prevent is doing to young kids that they say cucumber, and then they get shipped off to Prevent because the teacher thinks that he's talking about Kookaburra, or shifting a kid to Prevent because he's playing a Fortnite game. So I will speak against Prevent. I will speak about these things. But when it comes to the country and the people of the country, of course, I wouldn't be here otherwise, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I have, and you know what? I'm yet to come across somebody that says, I hate this country. I don't know why I'm here. Like, we're living in a country, you got a British passport, you can do what you want. But constructively, if you got an issue, so you come to Speakerscorner, you give your views, and then if you come across someone rational like Shane, you'll have an excellent conversation.
Oh, thank you.
No, honestly, Shane, I wish, and you know what? I'm glad you stayed, and I'm glad that cameras have captured this, because Shane, this is the way. You're rational. At the start, you were a bit wobbly, but then when it came to rationality, when it came to common sense, you took it on board, and you were like, you know what? Let me hear him out. You know what? He is making sense. And you know what, Shane? And I say this to the other people. The vast amount of Muslims are approachable. Yeah. If you have your neighbors, you have people that you go with to your schools or whatnot, I encourage you to dialogue with them.
And that's why, like I say, I wanted to clarify some things with someone that I like, because I follow your channel. I've seen a few of your videos. I saw your video recently about the Taliban, and I thought it was quite interesting and constructive. You know, to take a more balanced approach. You know, I saw your video with Ali with the BBC video. You went to in North London, Embassy.
Golders Green.
Yeah, I thought that was fair. You know, I don't see an issue with that. I thought that was quite good.
Thank you. Shane, like I said, I think you were on your phone when I said this.
Yeah.
Even if there's some questions you want to ask off camera, you can take my details, and then we can speak off camera as well.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Shane,
much.
look after yourself.
Thank you.
How do you prefer?
Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use email?
I do.
Huh?
You're gonna give me your number. Turn the mics off.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Anyway, WhatsApp, Skype, or email. It's up to you. Whatever's.
In Instagram, DM would be better. Do you have Instagram?
I do.
Okay. So
you have Instagram?
Just DM me on Instagram. Just say blob.
You're not gonna see it. There's so much.
I'm gonna do it now. Because you know what? I think this smile. Okay. Smile.
Oh, is it just your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Why didn't it come up?
I guess you have a blue tick, right?
I don't know.
Oh, what?
Not on Instagram. On YouTube I do. So
What's the right blog?
you can write whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
That was just me.
Oh, okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. You can say that.
Yeah.
All right.
Guys, thank you for the conversation. I appreciate
No, my
that.
pleasure. All right. So that's you here.
Yeah.
Put you in general, and I say hello.
Yeah. No, I appreciate
And then
that.
any questions, mate? Because I know even on camera sometimes you're watching your words. But
because I was planning to have a one-to-one, so I've never been filmed, so it's hard for me to get everything that I want to say across, because obviously it's a bit nerve-wracking to have so many people on me. That's why I wanted to read them off.
especially these brownies.
No.
I get it.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it, so thank you.
I appreciate
Thank you
that,
for the
Shane.
conversation.
And like I said, my friend, I will also pray for you, but I say this to anyone that's sincere. Yeah, there's a pill that you take. Yeah. And this pill is
It sounds like the Matrix. A red pill, blue.
it's a metaphorical pill.
Yeah.
And here's what you do: you go home today, Shane, and you just raise your hands in whichever way you feel comfortable. Yeah. And I think you've heard this, yeah.
Yeah.
And you say, Lord, God, whoever you are, wherever you are, guide me. Yeah, guide me to the straight path. Help me reach the path. I genuinely want to know.
Yeah.
I'm scared of what I've heard, but there's just so much misinformation.
Yeah.
You can see today I went and I spent 45 minutes, an hour speaking to Smile2Jannah. Yeah. So I've made that effort, because Shane, you know what it is, my friend? You've made the effort. You know when you're making an effort, Shane, why would God not listen? You know what I'm saying? You've made the effort. So this is now what I want you to do. You go home, you say, God, I've made the effort today. I was rational, I was respectful, and there's whatever's going on inside me, I want you to help me.
Yeah.
And then Shane, I'll be here next week as well. And you have
Do you
my
come here every
details.
week now then?
Yeah, I'm trying to come every Sunday.
Because if I'm not mistaken, like a lot of your videos are from that room, right?
It is on the sofa, yeah.
Yeah.
On the sofa.
But you're going to come down here more often.
I am. I like it here because, to be fair, Shane, seeing people like yourself, I think is more of an encouragement for me as well. Because like you acknowledged, I do read and I know my references, but the thing is, sometimes all it takes is the person that's there with an open mind and knows me.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Love my
Thank
bro.
you. Yeah. It's really good talking to you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a Norwegian Muslim convert and I have a question about Islam. Can you help me answer it? If I made some food and gave it to my neighbors, would I be rewarded for that? I hear you saying yes. But what if I gave the gift of Islam to someone, like someone gave to me? Don't you think that would give me more reward than the food? Of course! Brothers and sisters, we have purchased a property to establish a masjid in the capital of Norway. By supporting our masjid, you will inshallah gain the reward for gifting Islam to our community. Imagine the children memorizing the Quran, the lines filling up for the prayers 5 times a day, the non-Muslims discovering the beauty of our deen. Subhanallah, all of that reward can be yours for a small donation. Allah said, believe in Allah and His Messenger and donate from what He has entrusted you with. So those of you who believe and donate will have a mighty reward. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever builds a masjid for Allah, Allah will build for him a similar house in Jannah. Click the link to help and gain the mighty reward promised by Allah. Also, please help us reach more people by sharing the video. May Allah grant you a palace in the highest level of Jannah. Ameen.